would actually stay in, holding the cord back. But here's your specimen. So what are you going to do with that?
Pass it off.
Okay, you're going to roughly want all those. You're going to need all those hemostats and stuff.
Okay.
So take them all off and get them back up on your Mayo stand. Now we're going to start the repair part. This. And I go much faster than this would go in real life, so you wouldn't be rushing like this. Trying to keep up. Now some go pretty fast. I'm not saying that there's not some that go fast, but there's no way they'd be able to do what I just did in this amount of time.
That's because you're pro.
Exactly. Especially on felt. Okay, give me, what I want to do is I need something to hold this, which I would normally not need, but give me a couple Alice's. Do that. I'm just going to put these on the edges to hold this to make it a little easier on us. Okay, hold it like that. Don't pull too hard, I want to be able to see in between. Okay, alright, suture. Okay, now remember you're going to have to use two hands when you're passing suture. So don't worry about using two hands when you're doing this. You got to hold suture with one hand, pass it with the other. Okay. Now there's different ways to do this. I could put a tag on this end before I passed it. Okay, so I could pass it. And once I passed it to the surgeon, then I would just lay the tag down here so it wouldn't be pulling against them. Okay, or we could just do it. We could put the tag on after we get it. Give me the baking. Okay, now tag. Put the tag right below my clamp. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay, and then cut about right there. So we're going to be clamping and cutting here. So I'll show you a little ST maneuver. Okay, if I know I'm going to be clamping and cutting, I'm going to get my scissors in my hand, and I'm going to put a clamp in my hand. Okay, that way I can do this one-handed. I can clamp, cut. Okay, all I'm doing is just putting it in my ring finger or my small finger and holding it back. And I'm using these fingers for the clamp. Clamp, cut. Okay, that takes practice, so I don't expect you to get that right away. All right, give me another suture.
I'm trying these at home.
Baking. Yeah, don't try this at home. Or without adult supervision. So somebody go get somebody. Get some supervision.
Call Miss Golden.
Yeah, good thing you're here, Miss Golden.
Smile.
I'm going to try to do this a little slower so you have time to reload. Because there's no way they could put these sutures in as fast as I do. Now those sutures packs that come 8 to a pack that we've been counting, those are pop-off sutures. Means they're only good for one suture and the needle pops off. Those we could load. We would do just what we're doing here, except you would be putting the needle in the needle board and loading a new suture each time.
So every single time you would use a new one?
Right.
Not pro yet.
Okay. You will
I'm
grasp.
sorry.
once we're getting down like this, that's how short it is. Once you get down to like the last one, you might ask if we need another one. I'm going to tell you no here because I don't want to waste, use another suture if we don't have to. But out there, just make sure you don't want to wait till you're on your last stitch before you ask if they're going to need more. What am I going to do with that?
Kick it over here.
Circulator.
Take it to the circulator, and he's gonna go
Manny,
there
Manny,
and
it
get
went
it
around
and
the back.
pick it up and place it,
All right,
open it
now.
on another table.
Now to tie these
You say
things,
what?
this is what you're going to be doing. Now, actually, I'm going to have the assistant doing this here because you're going to count, but I want everybody to watch how you do, because some of the stuff I want to show you is how to assist also. Okay, so to have these, as I'm tying these, and I always hate that I cut these things so short. It makes them difficult to tie by hand. Okay, you want to get the next one ready for me. Got those down?
Okay.
So the next one, and you just have to look for which one's next, or closest to me, and you're going to take it off.
Oh, I'll
clamp
take it off, okay.
and actually hold the sutures apart so I can just grab the sutures and start tying. Just like that.
Mr. Berry, they really tie them like that by hand? They don't use a needle holder or anything, they just...
They're, like something like this, they're usually going to do by hand, but you can do either one.
Do you want us to count while you're doing this?
Yeah, now you can start counting.
Go ahead, call them out.
Top clips.
No, start with Kittner's.
Now pick up the suture scissors or ask for the suture scissors.
Suture scissors.
One Kelly.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
you're
Start
going
with
to cut these
kittens,
one at a
sponges.
time. This is good suture cutting practice.
Are Kittners on that sheet?
We added
There you
them.
go. All right.
Okay. We're just going to use the very tips that your hand under here, use for some leverage. In other words, like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just move.
Okay. You're just going to leave about a quarter of an inch on each one.
Your right there.
Right there.
1, 2, 3,
One at a
4,
time.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, bucket.
Yeah, you got two over here.
Okay. This is trash.
Thank you.
Okay.
Left.
Now, notice how we left a little tag on there. Now again, because what I was talking about a while ago about it being, we want something that is going to be non-absorbable and something heavy. Same thing with the knot. If depending on what type of suture this is, the knot can come untied pretty easy. Okay, so if it's something that we want to make sure that it doesn't come untied, we're going to
1,
leave
2,
the
3,
long tag
4,
on.
5, and we added 5.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You didn't add 5, Mr. Berry did.
And it has to do with what this is a braided suture.
Remember we
Okay,
had
and I
those
know you guys
5
haven't
latex
not
that
seen
were
much suture,
attached.
but
Yeah.
I mean it's rough. In other words, there's monofilament or non-braided
had to.
where it's real. It's very
I thought we had to
slippery.
keep those.
So they have a hernia again, will those sutures pop off?
Yeah.
Some more right there.
And now you got to suture the skin back together, right?
Yeah. Do we have any suture?
You told me not to open it yet.
No, don't open anything. I don't want to use it on that. We don't have to. We may just have a bad scar.
Give a flyer.
What's the regular suture?
1, 2.
All right,
3,
so
4,
I'm going to give you
5,
guys a
6,
choice.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Want to do more hernias, or you guys want to study for the test tomorrow? Damn.
I would love to study.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
I would love to study.
Okay. Tika, she's speaking for everybody.
Let me hop over.
Great demonstration.
Questions I can help.